look at that. Is it a car brand, or is it? Are we looking at a makeup brand? Is it a new advert for TK Maxx, Love Honey, like a spin-off to Love Island? Like I don't understand.
Apparently, it's the new Jaguar logo. Apparently, and they posted. So they posted a reel, I think.
Yeah.
And then
with some techno music.
A reel with some music, and then they posted a
fridge,
like first visual
unit.
kind of the car. So this obviously has got lots of us in the office talking, because I've got loads of great memories of amazing Jaguar cars from the past, like cars that I think of, XJ220.
Yeah.
Project 7.
We're around the same age, and I remember those like Top Gear VHS videos that we used to get for Christmas, and it was an XJ220. It was Jamie Clarkson putting his foot down, turbo boost, turbo boost, turbo boost,
nothing.
On boost.
Nothing.
And so my auntie had a brand new, in 1990, I think it was, brand new Jaguar XJS in like this beautiful goldy colour with beige interior. But the first Jaguar that I really came across as a kid was I was probably about 6 or 7, and my granddad had a 1977 chocolate brown Jaguar.
Yes.
And I can still smell it.
Yeah.
The leather, the wood, the over fueling.
Yeah.
I can still see it. I remember going into school the next day and telling all my mates that my granddad, who grew up in East Ham, is in East London, used to drive it about in a big sheepskin jacket, sweet back hair, and I thought he was the coolest geezer in the world. Yeah,
and he was.
Yeah. Like, I think Jaguar, I think Jeremy Clarkson goes, Jag. I think F-Type 5-litre V8 supercharged in a tiny two-seater sports car. Now, we obviously can't judge too quickly because we haven't seen the car yet.
I mean, but the thing is, right, if you're going to do, so I look at it from a marketing point of view.
So you're our head of marketing, so you're the professional.
Marketing and the media stuff for Urban. So, like, looking at it from a marketing perspective, we all have, sharing these kind of stories, we all have memories and perceptions of what Jaguar should be and what it means, and the heritage and the motorsport and all that kind of stuff. None of that exists in this new. I agree, like, it needed something doing.
Things need to change.
Something needed to happen.
Yeah.
But was it this? I don't know.
Look, it's 2025, and as petrol heads, we never like a new car. You look at the stink with the new BMW M5. It's too heavy, it's hybrid, it's this, it's this, it's this. Everything's gone, too techy. There's less analog. It's less light. It's less manual. None of us are happy as petrol heads because we don't like change.
No.
But sometimes change can be good.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why, instead of doing this whole rebrand, concentrate on the actual cars.
Making the cars better. Make the cars more reliable. Make the cars better.
Yeah.
Any of that kind of stuff.
You have a strong brand, and you can tell over the last 5 to 10 years, no one wants a Jaguar E-Pace. Like, and we know SUV crossovers are popular, and you need to, corner that market, but like the Jaguar XF, it's a dressed up Ford Mondeo. Your history and your heritage is known for beautiful V12 sports cars and big powerful saloons.
Luxury, sophistication.
Luxury, cool, almost James Bond. Aston Martin picked Jaguar.
Well, they had a CX-75 Jaguar in the James Bond film. Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know where they're going with it, and look, it's very easy to jump on the bandwagon of something that is so
different.
So different.
Yeah, it's a massive departure, but we need to see the car, don't we? We need to see what the car's like. If the car is amazing, we can forgive any of the branding stuff.
After reading a lot of the comments and the news and on Piston Heads and all the car websites and stuff like that, a lot of people have said, like, even if the car is fantastic, I don't like the new logo. I don't like it. I don't like it. And you have to try. You have to try and give it a chance. But I think they've just. Yeah. The heritage isn't there. It's kind of lost.
No, I get it. But do you know what? It's really, really interesting to me, like, that brands mean so much to people that people can have such an opinion on it. Do you know what I mean? On a logo and heritage and all that kind of stuff. So it's interesting to me.
A lot of upset people out there.
A lot of angry people bashing away on the keyboards.
Yeah.
But let us know what you think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't envy the marketing team because they've had a
social media manager at Jaguar. Earn their money this week.
But look, I know it's owned by Tata, which is an Indian company, but it is it is a British brand.
Exactly.
So, and you know, there are jobs at risk. You know, and when you think about it like that, you've got to hope that the car is fantastic and the business is, you know, continues to be good, because you know, there's jobs on the line, there's a business on the line.
Yeah, and we're in the industry. We know people who work there. We want them to do well. Yeah, don't we? So yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, marketing, not quite sure.
We'll see what happens.
Branding,
basically.
Not quite sure.
We'll
but we've just got to look. The proof could be in the pudding.
We'll see what happens.
Right. So anyway, welcome to this week's Urban Uncut. You may notice that my head of marketing, Tom, is next to me and not Simon. He's still taking a bit of time out, so we miss him. He'll be back soon.
Yep.
But
so what we got this week?
This week, Defender 130.
Mega Defender build.
Huge, I've never seen a car with so much attention to detail.
Yeah.
We've also got that beautiful Audi RS6 that looks modified but also OEM. Very cool, done by our sales director Matt, who's trying to prove a point.
He's trying to take, he's trying to take the credit for that one, isn't he?
Yeah. So enjoy. Is the Audi RS6 still the best performance estate car available on the market today? My personal opinion, yes, and we have this absolutely stunning Sebring Black RS6 performance available in stock, ready to go. So if you look closely, this is very different to Mythos Black. It's got a nice tinge of metallic blue in it. So this is a really lovely OEM plus look, this car, and it's also got a first. As you can see, it's got Vossen HF5s in 22-inch, but not only that, they are super deep concavity, front and rear. We usually go deep on the front and super deep on the rear. And again, we're trying something different, and this is shout out to Matt, our new sales director. He's bringing a bit of colour and a little bit of different variety into our lives at Urban. You know we're used to black alloys, you know we're used to black and grey cars. He's trying something a little bit different, so he went for these matte metallic grey, matte metallic charcoal style wheels. He's also left the wing mirrors and the window surrounds along with the roof rails in grey to go with the wheels, and I think it's a really, really nice classy look. Of course, obviously with a full carbon exterior pack as well. So yeah, if this car's of interest, get in touch with myself or one of the guys over at the showroom. What do you want? What? have you built my car yet? What's going on?
Right guys, this car, not only is it the biggest spec 130 that we've built, I genuinely think because of the attention to detail, this is our biggest Defender build yet.
I'd say so. Well, it's gone a little bit beyond being the normal urban spec, hasn't it?
Yeah, so this is our operations director, Chris. This was his commission, and you kind of helped him out with this build, right? Yeah. I've already noticed that we've got 4x4 twirl carbon on it.
Goes further than that, Len.
And we deny people XRS bodies, don't we? We say, no, that is for the XRS only, but he's the operations director, you can't say no to him.
So, leading from that 4x4 stuff, and you just mentioned it being the wide track, look at the light bar. Look a little bit closer. Look at the front elements of it. It's got exposed carbon elements to it.
So one thing that people need to know about Chris, Chris Bick, he is like really into this stuff, and he's really into carbon. But not only that, the attention to detail. He's gone home with this with you.
The conversations that I have were ongoing for a long time.
I've noticed, so the snorkel, this is a one-off.
Yeah, so this doesn't exist. We Frankensteined this.
This is a best of British
side vent moulded into a Land Rover snorkel with satin. These are satin inserts. So if you look on the other side, although they're a gloss vent, we have satin the inside. Same as DRLs. DRLs have got satin inside.
You're charging for overtime on all this. Were you in on Sundays? You should have been. Like, if you like this is silly. This is ridiculous.
I knew you'd go with stuff like that, but how cool does it look? It's silly. It's not silly, is it? It's good. Just hold fire for a second. Let me just take this a bit further for you. So this is obviously something we don't usually do. Decided to paint the engine bay covers and the inside of the bonnet. Attention to detail, Len, attention to detail.
This is him all over. And knowing that this is never going to be sat at a car show with the bonnet up, no one's ever going to see this.
But we know it's there.
He knows it's there. Why does this look nicer than most people's sofas?
Because, we'll get to the interior trim in a minute, but we did Alcantara interior trim. And I was like, but then you've got a leather. This is me, by the way. This was 100%
This is your fault.
This is my fault. So we did a leather, these are leather.
What Bick has basically done, if he was like a normal customer, we've given him an options list and he's just gone yes, and then he's made his own notes, like exposed 4x4 carbon on top.
Because it needs to match the roof. And by the way, this is an outbound edition. This didn't come with a black roof. We've painted that.
He's painted the roof as well.
They don't come with black roofs.
Right, so already, this is the biggest spec Defender we have built, by far. So this XRX, pretty much, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and some.
And more. Ooh. But that's just the exterior. Come with me, Johns. I mean, look at this interior. So, full Alcantara, door cards, dash top binnacle.
Yeah, you could call it that. Yeah, dash top. They just call it.
The hockey sticks in the middle.
Yep.
The armrest. Arms.
Yeah, of course. But what do you think? Usually an XRS would have carbon seat backs, right?
Yeah.
Alcantara seat backs.
Do you know what I love? Like the good thing about the Defender is the ruggedness, isn't it? Right, the exposed faults in the doors and stuff like that. But that against the Alcantara stick, it just looks so luxurious.
Yeah, of course.
So you're able to get rear entertainment. How were these fitted? Was this all bespokely done?
Yeah, this is retrofitted. This was done with some 3D prints and retrofit. Yeah, I was moaned at about that by a lot of people. Now, this car caused me a lot of grief.
If anyone was to deserve it, it's our mate Vic, isn't it? Because he's, you know, he helped build Urban
100%.
into what it is. And this is just like a, you know, a sort of celebration of...
Without Vic, I wouldn't even be working here, so this is my give back.
Right, okay.
This car has spent a lot of time in this workshop, and I love it. Genuinely, this is my favourite car, like, bar none, because I was so involved in it.
Yeah.
Rather than being handed a piece of paper, this is what you need to build. I was so involved in this build.
Yeah.
I really love it.
Well, what's really nice about it is it shows how far we can go with these builds. Like I say, this is every single options list ticked, plus more, plus a lot more.
Can I just say something quickly? You know something's got to replace it, right?
Yeah, so the next car's going, I don't even know how he is going to top this.
So this car might be sold by now. If it is, then we can recreate this again. Takes a lot of time and effort, but we can do the same again. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful build. John has done an amazing job, and obviously with Vic's vision, it's incredible. So get in the comments, let us know what you think of this, and we'll see you next week.